was thinking this morning about ambitions, and it's really difficult to make them work, really. But is it better to get what you want really early and then have to wonder about it and sort of go downhill from there? Or is it better to have what you want later and have that to look forward to? The trouble with that is if it never happens, what are you supposed to do? Difficult. So I've got loads of ambitions, I've got loads of things that I want to do. I didn't really achieve them all early, so I'm hoping that it sort of builds up to it in a sort of yay, and I'll blossom later in life and all stuff like that. That's what's happened with most of the people in my family, is they've messed it up early on. No, I'm sure they didn't deliberately mess it up, it's just things happen. Things happen, people stop you from going where you want to go, and it's just thwarted ambitions all over the place. But some of them have actually gone on to achieve really good, brilliant things. I mean, my uncle Arthur, I think he's 93, 94 now, but he got into RADA, the Academy of Dramatic, Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts, in the 1930s, but his family wouldn't let him go. They were just like, oh no, you can't be doing stuff like that. And they didn't have the money, obviously, because, you know, it was from a poor working class sort of mining town family, so, and it really didn't fly with them. So he didn't do that, and he went off to war and stuff, and then he did various things. But then he became an artist later in life, and he's, you know, he had his paintings shown all over the place. So that was good. My dad did the same thing. He wanted to be an artist all his life. He trained and everything, then he taught for ages, and then later in life he's starting to build a reputation. So you never know. I watched the documentary Grey Gardens, which I think they just made into a film with Jessica Lange and Drew Barrymore. Now, that's all about thwarted ambitions, but I mean, those people actually could have had it all early on, but because of various things that happened and life choices that went wrong and responsibilities. I mean, they say something about it, Little Edie says in it about the hallmark of aristocracy is responsibility, and then she's just having to be responsible for her elderly mother who's very needy, and she's gone bats, actually. It looks like it, not just the mother, the daughter as well. Now, I don't have these responsibilities, but if you don't have the choices and the you know, it's very difficult if you don't have the ambitions. If you do have the ambitions, it's hard either way. It's hard to make them work, though. I think later in life, when her mother died, Little Edie became a cabaret performer. Now, by that time, any talent that she had probably dried up, but she was happy to do it. It was great, and she was living her life, and she was so probably nutty that she didn't really care that people were laughing at her rather than with her. But she was great. She looks great. Find it. I don't know whether you've seen the film, but look for the documentary as well, Grey Gardens. That was really good. Anyway, I've done loads of things already that haven't actually panned out. You know, you do the things, they don't necessarily work. That's the trouble. Is it better, though? This is the question I have for you. Is it better to never have it fulfilled, or to have the potential that one day will be fulfilled, or to have everything early on? Because a lot of people that have everything early on end up dying horribly and miserably. That's how I comfort myself anyway. Yeah, they've had it all, but they died young. But then a lot of other people had it all and then lost it all and then just spent the rest of their life in misery. Yeah, I'm just comforting myself in the fact I've not had it yet. I've not got there yet, so it's still to come. It's potential. Potential is good. Again, that's Susan Boyle. I mentioned her in my last video. Susan Boyle, she's waited all her life for a big opportunity and it's come, hooray! That doesn't happen for everyone, but it's happened for her. That's good. That's excellent. The little boy that was in it the week after, Shaheen, I think, he's 12. I'm sure he's had a hard life, but he hasn't had that degree of, oh, in the end I'll get there. He's, you know, if he's going to get it all, that's really lovely for him, but I worry that maybe that's not the best thing to have it all straight away. Maybe it's the best thing to have a long life and just be striving towards the thing you want, and then eventually get it, and then get it. But actually get it. If you never get it, then that's horrible. That's not as good. But if you get it and then you have a little bit of time, maybe 10, 20, 30, 40 years to, say you live to 120, you'll have loads of years. If you don't make it till 60, you've still got 60 years to enjoy that. You won't be able to enjoy it really late on because you won't be compos mentis, and maybe you won't enjoy it really late in life, but you'll enjoy it for a while. So maybe it's better to make it later rather than earlier. This is how I comfort myself when I'm really down. So what do you think? Do you think it's better to strive towards it and get it eventually? But you will get it, definitely, eventually, but it's potential. What do you think? Okay then, bye bye.